Now, when I first came to Rob, I wasn't exactly sure what tint level I wanted. We'll talk more about that, but he sort of pushed me in the right direction. I'm really happy with what we chose. So the first step he's doing here is just quickly wiping down the window. When I say quickly, again, he is going to go crazy on cleaning it. Now here he's putting baby powder, and he lightly wipes it around the glass just so there's a non-stick factor to it. And I'm not sure if it's unique to him, but it's pretty neat because the film that he's about to put on here is not going to stick. Now the next technique is to make an H, and he's doing this with a wet paper towel and some soap. So what's going to happen is as that plastic sheet lays on, meaning the film lays on the glass, so he wants to make sure that the sides are going to be perfect along the edges. So he's straightening it out, and as you straighten out and flatten it out, it's actually going to lengthen a bit. So we'll have to hear about it. All right, so here begins the process of cleaning. And I mentioned before, he just cleaned a little bit of the glass. You are going to see that this guy would put me out of business in terms of cleaning glass. Now, as a detailer, we all know that we don't like doing glass. It's such a pain in the butt. There's plasticizers that come out, especially on the windshield, but nobody ever thinks about the rear window. Now, this window, at this time, I had just gotten the car, so I hadn't really gone in and cleaned it in this sort of fashion. But what he's using is a very pliable. It bends pretty easily, and there's a scrub pad on it, but not hard enough where you'd mess up those lines, or you'd break the lines that he alluded to before. So you can see he's scrubbing pretty good. And the big difference with tint is if there's any little imperfection, the tint is going to emphasize it, meaning if you cut it wrong, the light's going to go through it, you're going to see it and think it's a bad job. But with those lines, if there's any dirt that's on the north side or the south side of that line, or the top or the bottom, it's not going to allow the tint to completely lay flat. Likewise, he's cleaning the edges around the seals. So if the tint goes down in there and catches those seals and they're dirty, look how much dirt is on this from the towel. I mean, it's really gross. If the tint catches that, what's going to happen is it's not going to allow it to perfectly stick to the back of the window, and you have like a little fiber, sort of like a clear bra. If there's any junk or anything in a clear bra and you lay the clear bra down, you're going to see it through the clear bra against the paint, and it's not going to be a great job. So he is militant about cleaning. I've never seen anybody clean it so many times. And he continues here with different brushes and squeegees. Now, as he's cleaning this, I can't help myself as I walk over and I point to the car and tell him there's a little spot right there. My OCD kicked in, and I think he gave me such a dirty look when he's in the back of the car going like, dude, I know where it is. Stop looking at it. By this time, he's sitting in the back of the car. He's pouring sweat. I'm feeling really bad because the angle, the back windows are always notoriously hard, but because this is an older car, the seals were sort of an issue because they hadn't been cleaned in years. So what he had to do is actually use compressed air, which is a new trick I'd never seen anybody do. So he'll blow from one end and put the towel on the other, and all the contaminants will get stuck in the towel as he's blowing it out. So it's 100% clean. And then normally, he'll go back and just clean up the little lines, which he told me are kind of the real difficult part, where you just leave one little line where the film can't lay completely flat, and you've basically ruined your entire tint, and you got to start all over with that process, which is a nightmare. So once he finds something that's a little off, he scrubs it down again and then goes through the whole process.